we at the ANIOMAs are Igbos, likely Igbos.
Me, yes, I'm from Delta State, but I'm definitely an Igbo man. There's no doubt about that. I'm from Delta State in the South, but if you're looking at Igbos across the country, I'm an Igbo man. I can't be counted out, and that is a true situation.
If you look at the origin of Ika people, they all came from different Igbo-speaking places. So many Ika people trace their ancestry to Iri, some trace their ancestry to Uri, some trace their ancestry to Okwane, some trace their ancestry to Inuane, some trace their ancestry to the ancient Igbos of Idu Kingdom in present-day Edo states. And that's why if you look in their land, they have Igbo deities there. No deity in the entire Ika land is bearing Ogun, Sango, Orumila, Eshu. No. The deities found in Ika land are also found in Okwane land. They are also found in Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, and all over Igbo land. So that is why Ika people are not separate people from the Igbo race. The most popular community in Okwane land is Kwale. But me as an Okwane person, I cannot tell you that I'm from Kwale. No, Kwale is a separate community. I'm from Ogume community in Okwane land. That name Okwane holds us together as one people. Well, that name Kwale was given to that community by the British. The original name of that community Kwale is Utabuwe, not Kwale. So that community Kwale is a separate community in Okwane. But we all speak an Igbo dialect called Okwane. A Kwale person cannot identify as an Ogume person. If you ask him where he's from, he will tell you he's from Kwale. Me that I'm from Ogume, I will tell you I'm from Ogume. But a single name binds all of us together, and that name is Okwane. So entire Ika people cannot identify as Abo people. They are one people but separate kingdoms. Everyone is expected to identify with their separate kingdoms. But a single name Ika holds all Ika speaking people together. So Ika people are Igbo people. We are one people. According to A.E. Idue, a well-known historian from Abo Kingdom, he said that the founder of Abo Kingdom is known as Ogele. He said that his name is Ogele. All over Igbo land, we bear Ogele as name. And to tell you that Abo people are ancient people, Ogele is the title of the oldest man in the community. And according to Idue, he said that when Ogele settled in Abo Kingdom and founded that place, that the title for their kings there is Eze. That is enough proof and evidence that Abo people are ancient Igbos. A community whereby Ogele, the founder, uses Eze for the title of king is enough evidence for you to know that Ogele is an Igbo man. Every people that use Eze for kingship are Igbo people. Ogele is an Igbo name. He is not from a non-Igbo speaking region. We are Igbo people. This is our land. If Abo people are not Igbo people, then what language were they speaking during the ancient times? During the time of Ogele, their very first founder, what language were they speaking? Of course, no Abo person will tell you that they were speaking Bini language or any other language. No, they will tell you that this their language that they have been speaking is their language, is the language of their founder. That is enough evidence for you to know that Abo people are Igbo people. We have been seeing Bini people and some Abo people saying that Abo was founded by the sons of Oba Ewedo of Benin. It's not true. They said that the son of Oba Ewedo that founded Abo is called Ogugunabon. It's not true. Oba Ewedo have no sons called Edo and Ogugunabon. The only true sons that Oba Ewedo have are called Obuobu and Ogwola. These two sons are the only sons that Oba Ewedo have. He have no son called Edo and Ogugunabon. All those ones are fabrications and lies to claim Abo people. Because Idue did not record those people. He don't know those people. The ancient Abo people that Idue interviewed during his research during the past did not mention of any Ogugunabon or Edo or something. No, they all said that their founder during the ancient time is called Ogele. If you observe in Igbo kingdom, they observe an ancient Igbo deity called Nze. In Okwane, we also observe Nze. All over Igbo land, we observe Nze. We bear it as a name also. He said that Ogele have an ofo, which people use ofo, the Igbo race. 4 market days, if you joke everything, they have it. That is a pointer that Abo is of Igbo origin, not of Bini origin. All those Bini fairy tales are all lies. Because Idwe denied all those lies, that all those things are not part of their history. If Nigeria divides today, Ika people will follow the Igbo race. That's just the fact. It's not by force, but they will follow the Igbo race because that is where they belong. They will not say that let's follow Bini. No, they will follow the Igbo race because they are Igbo people. The name Igbo holds every Bia speaking people together. Igbo means ancient, Ndebo. We are ancient people. That name Igbo holds Ika people, Ukwane people, Enwane people, the 5 southeast states, Ikwere people, and all over the 13 states together. Igbos are located in 13 states in Nigeria. That name Igbo holds all of them together as one people. Igbo Bofu. If you like, call land Ala, Ale, Ane. It's the same thing. It's just dialects. Ika dialect, Abo dialect is a dialect of Igbo language. It's not a separate language. It's not a separate entity. Abo, Ika people, Okwane people, Enwane people, they are not separate entities from each other. They are one people. Igbo Bofu. And we must do everything possible to unite as a people.
Hello, good evening, viewers. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. Chinedu, let's look at this recent development. A situation where don't want to deplete the Igbo region. Because we know that ANIOMA, that word ANIOMA in the first place is Igbo language. And again, if you look at even the current senator representing Delta North in the National Assembly, Ned Nwoko, he made it very clear that he's an Igbo man. He's from ANIOMA, and that ANIOMA is the one he's representing in the Senate. Okowa'S said, I am an Igbo man, you cannot count me out from the same ANIOMA. Do you think the Edo is looking for too much? Because the other time we were stretching their hands to collect the market, part of ANIOMA people.
Yes, it has been discovered that the Ibanki, is even older than the Benin Empire. The Igbo Empire has existed 3,500 BCE before the Benin and Oyo Empire came into existence. So the Igbos are the ancient people, and that is the truth. And there's this story that the Asian people are Benin, and there's this story too that Benin, the tribe called Benin in the Godomigodo, in the current Edo state, is made up of 4 or 5, 6 tribes, and inside that Benin there's Igbo tribe. So there's a lot of things before the system now came, the British system now came, and the balkanization of the Igbo agenda began, and the stabilization began, disintegration began. A lot of reforms was targeted and brought towards the North Empire of the Igbo kingdom at that time. But what is surprising many at this point in time, is the Fulani, subtle political way they have been using to entirely make sure that they reduce the Igbo nation.
Now let me go ask this question, because someone said that the Fulani have succeeded in capturing and subjugating the Hausa because all the energy position in the north is Fulani, and apart from that, all the political position in the north, political class, Fulani are taking over, and this they seem to want to replicate in the south. And by extension, if they are using all these people who are apologists to the Fulani to start saying how they can deplete the Igbo region, do you think the Igbos will accept it?
No, you see, then know that it's the red line, and the only way they can continue the Nigerian Biafran war is by creating South-South, creating all manner of things, instigating all manner of segmentation, introducing Fulani instructed, tailored, tutored governors, people as governors in the southeastern region, like Opus of the David Umahi, Otis of Kano. That's the meaning. Some of these governors you see, even in the South, we saw how the likes of, Asen the Komodom, fell for the crumbs on the floor, simply because there is no South or Southeasterner that is a royalty of the crude oil, of the resources, of the oil block in the South. Everything is belongs to, So, and that who plays the piper, dictates the tone. So, and they have brought this thing to the issue of, original, where you come from, who is who, your culture, your tradition, to make sure that some of those things that seem to bring people together are totally balkanized. What is the Benin Empire? What is the Benin Kingdom? What is the Oba of Benin looking for in ANIOMA? What is Oba of Benin looking for in Ibanke?
And the surprising thing is that they wanted to impose energy that is alien to the people on the people of Ibanke. And the people of Ibanke, right from time, know their traditional ruler as AC, just as you can see in Anambra, in Imo, and any other southeastern part of the country.
Okay, yes, and that is why we are laying claim on Uromi and Isham people. They are Igbos. Of course, they are. Because you can see they speak different language too. But what I'm trying to say is that nobody is going to take away the old Eastern province as being dedicated, found, and agreed by the earliest Portuguese explorers in Nigeria. Not this one British did. We know our boundaries. At any point in time you see a woman wearing two wrappers within that axis, those are Igbos. We cannot allow them to fall into any form of disintegration as the restoration of the entity that brought them together. Something has brought them together before the balkanization. That was when they say amalgamation. What was the amalgamation like? There has been already planned by the system to make sure that they destroy anything that has to do with Igbo civilization.
This even reminds me, there is a video going viral online. This time around, an Hausa man claiming Britain for the amalgamation of Nigeria. This Hausa man, surprisingly, is calling for regionalism in Nigeria. How does it go to him?
Yes, I would say that the Hausas have regained consciousness anyway, and if they are claiming they have, and let us see a revolution against the allies in their land, the Fulanis. We want to see a revolution. We want to see the youth stand up and stop the killing. If their leaders cannot be able to stop that, but what are they trying to point at? What the guy is trying to point at is that what you see that is happening in the so-called South and Southeast, was a pure calculated an attempt to break the Igbo culture and unity. And that is why when I look at the lives of Asari, they put them, and I laugh, because the reality is, can you ever believe one day that an Hausa man will stand up and tell the whole world, and tell the Fulanis in the north, and even tell the Yorubas that what you people are doing is not correct? 2 years ago, you couldn't have imagined yourself hear this, but it's coming. The consciousness is awakening. People are beginning to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a global figure. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a hero. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fearless. Without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, imagine that consciousness wouldn't have been here today. And that is what we're extending to Oba of Benin. All the Benin kingdom is Igbo. Benin is tribe, is Igbo. Ibanke is Igbo. Isham is Igbo. Igbo is just the umbrella body. And I keep on asking, is there any country in this world that does not have minorities, ethnic minorities? If Igbo is a threat, why is it that the Benue people now are flooding the entire eastern region?
But okay, as it custom, some people are saying thank to the man Nnamdi Kanu who raised the consciousness in the mind of even the ANIOMA part of Igbos that actually this is your origin. Because even in Ikore, we are seeing low voice telling the lies of Wike, we are Igbo. That's
what I tell you that about Wike, you know, when it comes to Fulani conquering the entire eastern region politically, you know, making sure that they are able to put a certain governor or a certain figure as governor who will be loyal to do their bid at the end of the day. Because they have the resources, they have the wealth, they have the crude oil to control whatever they want to control at the end of the day. They have whatever it takes to stop whatever they want to stop at any particular time. That's the most important thing. As simple as that. So imagine where the president, someone that's supposed to be third or fourth or thereabout, becoming a governor, and he's saying that Abba Kyari made me governor. Imagine the situation, you know. Now I can tell you that you can hardly point any governor in the entire eastern Nigeria, including Chukuma Soludo, without Fulani hand inside.
Maybe that's the situation of Imo State is a parallel situation, because parallel situation have been defined as the grab and run system. Maybe that is the situation of Imo State.
Whatever it is, you know, but it's a very dangerous one for us to have political leadership in the entire eastern Nigeria, and nobody has the God to stand against the killing in the eastern part of the country. It is not a welcome development, and nobody is going to accept that. And that is why you see Nnamdi Kanu has become command and control. If you control the governors at the end of the day, and I can tell you at the release of Nnamdi Kanu, you know, you are going to see another level of approach to the issue that has to do with who we are, what we are, and what we can do at the end of the day.
Okay, now let us look at the man Okowa'S. Of course, this is somebody who was privileged to govern Abia State for 8 years, and he have open camp of war. He talked about how he gave the lives of Obasanjo $1 million in 1999. He gave him 500 million naira, and this is a man who his identity is not questionable. We know that for you to govern a state like Abia State, you must be someone from Abia State. But you look as if the man is denying his origin.
I think when he became governor, after he finished from University of Maiduguri, we remember that the former senior president, you know, Lawan was his classmate. They all graduated, whatever, in University of Maiduguri. There, I think to an extent, his mother was also somehow within the political circle. But he graduated. I want to.
But as an Igbo man, are you worried that he denies Igbo identity?
Of course, no, I don't, and I'm not worried. You know, we know when Okowa'S becomes something else. You know, when Okowa'S started behaving like Wike, you know, we know when Okowa'S has surrendered his identity. We know all those things. You know, we know that this is not Okowa'S we wish to know when he was governor, the first time governor of Abia State. You understand? But sometime along the line, when he noticed that the source of his income, the source of his political career did not come from the people, it comes from the Fulani. That's where the problem is.
Or does it mean the zeal or Tinubu administration or ambition for 2027 are eating it up?
No, he's just pretending for the reality that hopeful that Tinubu is going to hand over the president to Igbo man come 2027. And even if Tinubu is going to make that attempt, Okowa'S will be the next person is going to hand over power to. You can see how funny Okowa'S has been behaving recently. You know, that puts you on the note that at what point did Okowa'S get to this level of, you know, out of being himself completely, losing his identity, speaking against Igbo unity. He's saying, making it very clearly that Obi is nothing to write home about, that he after that Igbo is not his identity and he's not a Biafran. I can tell you that, you know, it has its consequences. It has consequences.
Let me go ask you this question, because as at the last count, the Minister of Works, who was the former governor of Ebonyi State, made it clear that they will be having a summit very soon in the southeast to formally declare support for Tinubu in 2027. That they want to bring Obi to endorse Tinubu. Is this an answer to it?
No, because they underrated Obi in the past. You know, they were part of the kangaroo that produced this evil administration we are in today. And of course, even at that, the Igbo man knows that, you know, we don't need anybody to tell you that this person is capable. We know that Tinubu is not capable, and that is why we do not vote for him.
Let me even ask this question. If you look at the lives of Rotimi Amechi, the lives of Asutan Bata, the current Honest General President, the lives of Ato Okowa'S, the former governor of Delta State. These are people who are from the other side of the divide. Coming up body to say, yes, we are Igbo. And you have somebody who have governed Abia State for 8 years.
Please, when you look at these figures too, and that is what we are saying, are they independently made? Can they come out and say, I struggle like P2B to become the governor and be what I am today? Those are the questions we need to ask yourself. We should be looking at it from the angle they are decamping. Who made them governors? Who made them rich?
So they are saying they are stooge.
Fulani made them who they are, and when it is time for them to pay back, they have to move. They don't get any option. And that's why I'm telling you that a lot of people are not seeing it, that the entire South and South is under Fulani political conquest. And that is the truth. The only figure I am not seeing here in that circle is just Peter Obi.
So Peter Obi is the only one that will exemplify himself.
Yeah, that is just outstanding. Are you going to talk about this man here? You know the role Atiku played when he was governor in this state? Atiku played a lot of roles.
Let me go ask this question. You know your brother, the FCC minister from Ikore, are you worried that his Igbo entity is himself as well is separate about his Igbo entity?
The same factor, the same source. Questionably, who are they? Who met them? Remember how Wike killed Igbos in Igbo? Even when it became glaring that answers was a national issue. Hoping that at the end of the day, remember how Wike was running to Sokoto to meet Tambuwa? Remember how the same Wike was running to Benue? Remember how the same Wike was running all over the entire north, donating 200 million, 500 million, 50 million. But he's killing Igbos in Ikore and say he's not Igbo. He's from Benin. Which side in Benin? Go and look at it too. Whether there's any. It's a Chima that founded the kingdom. Who is he before the Benin kingdom? We don't want to go there. I'll tell you that the same people, the same agenda. There's no two ways about it. What is the source of what Wike is celebrating today? It's the same people. Who are they using? No, Asani Dokubo and the rest of them, who are already supervising the destruction of their own land without benefiting no electricity in their communities. But they say they are billionaires, they are decamping, they are following these things. Because they are bringing this in conquest to us, they are bringing political conquest to us, and they are bringing this political conquest. The armed Fulanis are already in the bush, disaliving as many as they can. At the end of the day, those are the consequences that people are saying, it's a mere decamp, it's a mere political game. But what I am seeing in Nigeria is no longer a political game. Imagine where we are having series of killings in the entire eastern Nigeria, and none of these governors can be able to come out openly. And well, even if we are that, I said, condemn this thing, or even show at the scene of the killing to send a signal. None of them have done that, because the Fulani master will call them and ask them, who are you? What are you doing there? You are not going to be born again. And that is the end of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.